The rain had been falling since morning, the kind of cold, relentless rain that soaks through clothes and hope alike. Most people hurried through it, coats pulled tight, eyes fixed ahead, pretending the world's suffering didn't exist. Standing near the iron gates of a massive mansion on the hill was a young woman who looked like she had already lost that battle. Her name was Anna. Her shoes were worn thin, her jacket too light for the weather, and her stomach burned with a hunger she had stopped complaining about days ago. She hadn't eaten since yesterday morning, and even that meal had been half a piece of stale bread shared with her younger brother, who was now sleeping on a bench 2 streets away. Anna wiped rain from her face and stared at the house. It was enormous. Marble steps, tall glass windows, warm golden lights glowing inside. This was the 3rd house she had dared to approach today, and the fear in her chest told her it might be the last. She practiced the words again in her head, the same words she had been repeating all day, words that felt heavier every time she said them. When the gate slowly opened for a luxury car entering the driveway, Anna slipped through before it closed. Her heart pounded as she walked toward the front door, each step feeling like a risk. She raised her hand, hesitated, then knocked softly. No answer. She knocked again, harder this time. The door opened, revealing a housekeeper who looked her up and down with suspicion. "Yes?" the woman asked sharply. Anna swallowed her pride. "I'm sorry to disturb you," she said quietly, her voice shaking, "but can I clean your house for a plate of food?" The housekeeper frowned. "We don't need beggars here," she replied, already moving to close the door. But before it shut, a deep voice echoed from inside. "Wait." The housekeeper paused. Footsteps approached, slow and deliberate. Then he appeared. Jonathan Reed, the owner of the mansion, a self-made millionaire, a man known for his sharp mind, cold discipline, and unshakable control. He had built his empire from nothing, or so the magazine said. He wore a tailored suit, his posture straight, his face unreadable. He had seen countless people ask him for money, favors, mercy. None of them ever moved him. But the moment his eyes landed on Anna's face, everything stopped. His breath caught. His hand tightened unconsciously at his side. The world seemed to narrow to the space between them. Because Anna's face, soaked from rain, pale with hunger, was a face he recognized. A face from a past he had buried so deep he believed it was gone forever. Anna noticed his sudden silence and felt her courage slipping away. I can work," she rushed to say, misunderstanding his reaction. "I'll clean, scrub, anything you want. I don't want money. Just food, please." Her voice cracked at the word please. Jonathan didn't answer. His eyes searched her face as if looking for proof he wasn't imagining things. The shape of her eyes, the small scar near her eyebrow, the way she stood, proud even in desperation. Memories slammed into him without mercy. Memories of a woman he had once loved, a life he had abandoned, a mistake he had convinced himself was necessary. "What is your name?" he asked finally, his voice lower than before. "Anna," she replied. "Anna, what?" he pressed. She hesitated. "Anna Miller," she said. The name hit him like a blow. Jonathan took a step back, his polished control cracking for just a second. Miller. That was impossible. Or so he had told himself for 20 years. The housekeeper shifted awkwardly. "Sir, should I—" "Leave us," Jonathan said sharply. The woman looked surprised but obeyed, disappearing into the house. Anna stood frozen at the doorway, rain dripping from her hair onto the marble floor, feeling suddenly very small. Jonathan studied her again, this time more carefully. "How old are you?" he asked. 22, Anna answered. Jonathan's chest tightened. 22. The math was cruelly exact. He turned away abruptly. "Come inside," he said. Anna blinked. "Sir?" "I said come inside," he repeated more firmly. "You're dripping water all over the floor." She stepped inside cautiously, the warmth of the house washing over her like something unreal. The door closed behind her with a soft, final sound. Jonathan led her into the kitchen, where the smell of fresh bread and soup filled the air. Anna's stomach growled loudly, betraying her. She flushed with embarrassment. Jonathan noticed. "Sit," he said, pulling out a chair. He poured her a bowl of soup and placed bread beside it. Anna stared at the food as if it might disappear. "Thank you," she whispered, tears stinging her eyes. She ate slowly at first, then faster, hunger taking over. Jonathan watched her, his thoughts in chaos. Every movement she made felt familiar. Too familiar. "You said you have a brother," he said suddenly. Anna nodded, swallowing. Yes, he's 12. His name is Luke. Jonathan closed his eyes briefly. The names, the ages, each answer tightened the knot in his chest. Where is your mother? He asked quietly. Anna's hand stopped. She died 2 years ago, she said. She got sick. We couldn't afford treatment. Her voice was steady, but her eyes betrayed the pain. Jonathan felt something crack inside him. Did she ever mention someone named Jonathan? He asked. Anna frowned. No, she said. She didn't talk much about the past. Only that my father left before I was born. The word father echoed in the room like a judgment. Jonathan stood up abruptly and walked to the window, staring out at the rain. He had left because he was afraid. Afraid of poverty, afraid of responsibility, afraid of love that made him weak. He had told himself he was doing the right thing, that he would come back when he was successful. But success came and he never returned. He had built an empire while another life grew without him. Behind him, Anna finished eating, strength slowly returning to her body. Sir, she said softly, thank you for the food. I can clean now if you want. Jonathan turned back to her, his expression unreadable. You don't need to clean, he said. You and your brother will stay here tonight. Anna's eyes widened in shock. What? No, I couldn't. You can, he interrupted. And you will. Something in his tone left no room for argument. Anna nodded slowly, overwhelmed. As she stood, Jonathan added quietly, Anna, some doors hide truths that change everything when they open. She looked at him, confused. He looked back at her, a man haunted by his own reflection. And as thunder rolled outside, one truth loomed heavy between them. This meeting was not an accident. It was the beginning of a reckoning long overdue. And if you're still listening, still feeling the weight of this moment, subscribe to the channel now, because Chapter 2 will reveal the truth that turned a millionaire's success into his greatest regret and the choice that could change all their lives forever.